What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tania Bright. I am a student astrologer, a mystic, and a tarot reader. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing your April 2020 predictions. The tarot readings are timeless though. Whenever you stumble upon them is when you're supposed to receive this message. So don't feel discouraged if it's not April anymore. I am going to be doing things a little bit differently. I do want to incorporate some astrology into these month ahead readings. So we are going to be talking about your sun sign and where that's transiting your chart. I also quickly kind of want to talk about Saturn being in Aquarius right now because I feel like it's very relevant since we have this pandemic going on. Saturn is a very innovative energy. It's all about the collective. It's all about bringing forth new ideas. It's a rebellious sign too, so usually it's about changing things for the better. And then we have Saturn, its home sign, which is about law, structure, boundaries, and resetting the status quo. Also really challenging our philosophy and our values as a collective and how we are attached, I guess, to like material things. For a lot of us, our material lifestyle changed since a lot of us are out of work right now or, might not be covered by our jobs. A lot of us are also forced to be at home with our families right now. We aren't able to go out due to quarantine. So there's a lot of change going on socially, and I feel like we're really lucky to have Aquarius in its home sign of Saturn right now because it's an energy that really brings forth new ideas after a point of destruction. It really is an energy that brings up the collective. Quarantine right now is really forcing a new social culture, and it's also kind of making us face a lot of, I don't want to say problems, but a lot of issues that we might have ignored in the home life. It's really forcing a lot of introspection right now since a lot of us are, we have a lot more time on our hands. We're spending a lot more time in isolation. So it's forcing this level of introspection. So a lot of us are able to really dive deep within ourselves and ask us, am I in the right place right now? Am I doing what am I doing something that truly fulfills me on a soul level? Aquarius is a very emotionally detached sign, so I feel like a lot of us too are having hard times sort of connecting with people on that level. But with all of this energy being accompanied by the double one, so rat year and Aries season, there's a lot of newness here as well. So I feel like this combination of energies is really kind of putting us in a place to find what's meant for us, to find what truly feeds our soul. It's bringing in a lot of new hobbies for people, a lot of new ideas, a new approach to social cultures, social structures, and whatnot. It's a lot of uncharted territory. I almost feel like the universe threw us this curved ball so we can sort of restructure our lives. Does that make sense? Even the government itself, I feel like, is restructuring. And a lot of astrologers predicted this back when Saturn was actually in Capricorn. They were saying social structures would fall and that we would have a new way of life. So I really want to just remind you guys to be brave and fearless during this time of adversity and really try to find the bright side of things. I know that's difficult, but there are always there's always a light to the darkness. There's always a bright side to things. So try to find the beauty within the chaos. Since a lot of us are so limited in terms of resources, is really going to teach us how to use the resources that we do have to its utmost value. And I think that's a lesson that we needed as a society. We have become super attached to having more and more and more that we sort of set it up for ourselves to never feel like we have enough. So really, as a society, we're forced to kind of face our attachments to our routines, to our goals, because a lot of that got, shaken up and maybe disrupted during this time. This is really sort of challenging our philosophy on material gains in specific and how we use that and what we do with that. So I feel like when we come out of quarantine, which a lot of astrologers are predicting might happen in May when Saturn dips back into Capricorn, I feel like we are going to sort of be tested here by the universe on what lessons did we learn during this pandemic. Are we going to step out of this pandemic as a society who, learned that we have to share, that we are only as strong as our weakest links, that everyone deserves health care, everyone deserves paid time off when they're sick, everyone deserves a roof over their heads. As a society, we should see this almost as like a reset period. Who are we when we come out of quarantine? It was really just brought to light how selfish we can be as a society when we were like clearing out all the shelves of like toilet paper and whatnot. I think it really showed us, like, as a society, what we would do in times of like chaos and adversity and scary times. And I feel like that's something to take note of, because if we were to continue that during like an apocalypse or whatever, we wouldn't survive. It would be a dog eat dog world. We would separate. We wouldn't know how to stand together. And I feel like that is a key lesson to learn here, is how can we stand together as a society. Also, with us being in Aries season, especially quarantine during Aries season, I feel like it's really important for us to figure out ways how to exert energy, because Aries is a very energetic sign. So I feel like a lot of us might have like our sleep patterns turned, like kind of like thrown off, or like we might even have a harder time falling asleep than usual. So I feel like this isn't a time to kind of like sit here and sulk in laziness and lethargicness. I feel like we have to find ways to exert this energy that Aries season is blessing us with. So hard work, work on your careers, work on your goals. This is a good time to exercise. This is a good time to try to eat right and do right by your body. All right, so that was my little spiel on this sort of pandemic, which I didn't want to ignore. Let's go ahead and get into these readings. So I calculated what house the sun is transiting for you based on your rising sign. So when I do talk about that, do watch it for your rising sign, but you're more than welcome to watch it for your moon, sun, and Mercury as well. What's up, Leos? I know I look super different right now. It's because it's a whole different day. If you follow me on Twitter, then you get frequent updates about when I'm posting these videos and where I'm at in terms of posting these videos. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me. I'll leave the link down below. It is 18 plus only, so please, only 18 plus. Don't want to deal with children. I am not a channel for children. I'm not. So Leo, we are going to be talking about what houses the sun is transiting for you this month. It is going to be transiting your 9th house, and then it goes into your 10th house, April 21st. So let's talk about what sun is in astrology first. So sun is your vitality, your father figure, your career, your outward personality, and wherever it sits in your birth chart it kind of acts like a flashlight and lights up that house. So let's talk about 9th house. 9th house is the original home to Sagittarius, and it's the house of like the meaning of life, spirituality, higher knowing, long distance travel, expansion, education, teachers, spiritual leaders, things of that nature. And then we have your 10th house, which is the house of career. It is the house of public recognition, the house of authority, and the house of achievement. I feel like this month you're going to be heavily focused on being at the right place and doing the right thing for you, actually pursuing a career that feeds you on a soul level. I feel like you guys will be very divinely guided in terms of career this month. I feel like you guys will also have a clear idea of what you want to do in terms of career with that sun sitting at the top of your chart. With that sun sitting at the top of your chart, you guys almost have like this higher knowing, this like vision where you get to see above all else and things become very clear for you, especially in terms of career. I also feel like you guys will be working a lot on your public image, and you'll know how to get it, and you'll know what type of image you want as well. So I feel like there's a lot of clarity that comes this month if you are a little bit unsure about what direction to take in life. I feel like this is a month where things get very clear for you, Leo. I also feel like due to this transit, you guys will get propelled towards success and propelled towards the limelight quite a bit. And by limelight, I mean like you guys will get a lot of recognition. If you are working in a job, maybe your boss is going to say, hey, thank you for doing this, let me promote you. Or if you are working with social media, you might grow or get a lot more followers this month. Or if you're working from home, maybe you'll get a lot of really good reviews on your business, something of that nature. But I feel like you guys will definitely get recognition. There's almost a sense of spotlight energy here for you, Leo. All right, that's it. That's all I have to say. Let's go ahead and jump into your tarot reading. Hello Leos, welcome to your April reading. So this is a message for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, and this message is timeless. Whenever you see it is when you're supposed to come across it. Right off the bat, Leos, I am picking up on the word rise above. Like, this is a time for you guys to really step up to the plate and be a leader and inspire people around you. And I say the words rise above because I feel like a lot of you are coming from a point where you were broken down, from a tower moment, from a moment of hurt, from a moment of hermit mode, you know? And I feel like you guys are stepping up now because you see the chaos. You see your family members are struggling. You see your friends are, upset and bored and all this kind of stuff. And I feel like you guys really step up and add light wherever it's needed. And it's beautiful. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards. Wow, look at that bottom deck. Every time I do a Leo reading, the Lion card or the Strength card, like, it somehow manages to make its way in every time. So these are going to be your central energies. These are going to be, the energies that are surrounding you at the moment, or energies that might surface, like ones you need to face, or even energies that you just might have to embody in order to get through this month. So let's go ahead and see what the tea is. Okay. Ooh, that one fell on the floor. I'm gonna have to grab it. Ooh, look at these guys flying out everywhere. Wow. All right, those were your central themes. Okay, fertility, beautiful. Let's see what we have going on here. We have fertility, memories of love, destiny, heartache and loss, third eye, recognition and reward, solar plexus, truth, conflict and defeat has been popping up for the fire signs, temptation, triumphant success, universe, and prosperity begins. So right off the bat, memories of love with heartache and loss, that makes me feel like this heartache and loss is past. It is past. It already happened. Y'all already gave up and, cut off whoever you need to cut off. But I feel like they might, you might have some nostalgic feelings about that, or just be a little reflective on that in the name of healing, okay? We're being reflective on it and kind of like taking a look back and like, now that you've stepped out of this relationship and you've taken time away from this relationship, you guys are very much like, damn, that's what happened to me. Like, dang, that wasn't right. Like, you guys are learning from it now. I have fertility with recognition and reward. I feel as though you guys have everything you need to really start something new this month that you've been wanting to start. So whether that's, something creative, something like a business, or maybe you want to be an Instagram model, or maybe you want to be like a Twitter baddie, whatever. Like, I feel like this is really the month where you get the recognition. I'm picking up on some spotlight energy here for you, Leo. What's interesting is we have conflict and defeat and temptation. So I feel like whatever this heartache and loss energy is, and this memories of love, whoever that person is, Leo, I think you're still very much energetically connected to them, and they might come back and try to like reconnect with you. For some, I'm picking up that that's okay. For some, I feel like you guys needed that time apart and now you can come back to each other. For most, when I say most, I feel like you need to tell that person no. And the reason why I say no is because prosperity begins for you. You have recognition and reward, fertility, third eye chakra is here, truth is here, universe is here, and destiny is here, triumphant success. Like, you guys are going to ascend. You guys are going to soar. And I don't think anybody from the past is going to help you do that. I think there'll be an anchor. There'll be a weight. So don't bring them back. I'm getting the sense too that some people only want to come back because they see you doing good. And it's selfish. Like, they want to lay in the bed that you made. And that's not fair. That's not fair. They didn't ride with you because you guys ride for people. You guys don't leave people. So you deserve that, energy back, okay, from everybody. Universe and destiny here, which this is telling me you guys, and third eye, I feel like you guys are quite supported by the universe. I feel like the universe is definitely going to try and communicate with you. I mean, here they are already, like you stumbled upon this YouTube video. So I feel like, you know, pay attention to those signs, pay attention to number signs. I'm picking up on 555 for Leo, so I don't know if you guys are seeing that anywhere, but 555 and 777, or even if you just see the 5 or the 7, or even like 575, whatever, I'm just picking up on those numbers for you. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what your Moonology messages are. Okay. Moonology messages for Leo, please. Moonology messages for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. What's going on here? Yeah. I'm going to give it one more pass. Okay, yeah, I knew one more card wanted to come out. So let's see what these cards are. It's a time to give rather than take. Like I said, you guys are a leader and an inspiration for people right now. The end of a tough cycle approaches. I told you, Leo, you guys are coming out of this tower moment, of this conflict, or whatever, this tough cycle. Like, you guys are rising above, rising above. Conclusions are within reach. Beautiful. And surrender to the divine. You have so many, I mean, pretty much all of the divine cards in this deck you guys have. So I feel like this is a safe surrender. This is a surrender to work in your favor. So when the universe says surrender to the divine, it kind of means that something that's meant to happen is going to happen to you very, very soon. So let it roll out, let it play. And I feel like you guys have earned it with this end of a tough cycle begins. I feel you guys have earned it, all right? I have Virgo, Capricorn energy here, lots of earth sign energy, lots of grounding, lots of recentering the self. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the week to week. Leo, your energy too is very calming. I feel like you guys are not in panic. You guys aren't stressing too much. You guys are, you know, taking care of everything in a productive, calm way, which I think is key. Like, your momentum I'm picking up is very, like, consistent and steady. Let's see what's going on here. First week for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. All right. There's week 1 for you. Week 2 for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Week 2 is when that conflict happens, or when that person, you know, reaches out. Oh, I'm sorry about that lighting. Okay. Week 3, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury, please. Beautiful. With what? Okay, let's see what that is. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Week 4, please. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, and Mercury. Ooh. With what? Okay. Let's talk about this spread. All right, so week 1, I feel like week 1 with this Knight of Cups, what I'm picking up on is that someone is going to introduce you guys to something that you really love. Maybe a new person, or maybe a new hobby, maybe a new job, maybe a new, like, artistic project. But someone's going to sort of, like, introduce you to something that you end up really falling in love with. And with that 4 of Swords energy, I feel like it's really important, like I said, that you guys continue this momentum of being slow and steady, and, like, you know, resting when you need to rest, and retreating whenever you need to retreat. Like, if you need time alone, spend that time alone, because I feel like you'll get a lot of intuitive messages when you're alone. Week 2, that's when that conflict comes back. That's when that wrong is made right. You guys are very similar to Aries in this sense. I wonder if any of you are dealing with an Aries. But I feel like you guys are tired of it. You're done with it. This conflict doesn't serve you, and you know it. It's anchoring you down. It's holding you back. Like, the Seven of Pentacles energy here just makes me feel like you look at this situation like, ugh, do I really have to deal with it again? You don't. You actually don't, Leos. You can move on from this. You can let it go. You can drop it. Don't let them come back and make you feel emotional, distract you, and make you feel all types of ways. No. They made their decision. They chose their side. It wasn't you. And now they have to go. They can't just come back now that you're doing well. In third week, we have Nine of Pentacles with Eight of Pentacles. You are doing extremely well. Nine of Pentacles to me is all about being content with where you are. Nine of Pentacles to me is about abundance. You know, we have 9 out of 10 of the Pentacles. We have plenty of abundance. And that's being paired with 8 of Pentacles, which to me means y'all are working hard. So you deserve this abundance. Y'all are working hard, so you deserve this recognition. Because that's another thing I think 9 of Pentacles, it's almost like sitting pretty and being recognized. And like I said, this person does not get to come into your life right before you ascend and get all this, you know, good blessings. What the hell? That's not fair. They just want you to share their blessings or your blessings with them, and that's not fair. So, Leo, tell that person you don't do that dance. Tell that person you don't do that dance, okay? And then I have 8 of Rods the 4th week with 6 of Pentacles. So I feel as though things are going to be moving quite quickly or starting to pick up. Whatever project you started or fell in love with the 1st week, you know, you might see take off by the 4th week, or you might see that a lot of people support you in it and want you to do well, and it pushes you forward. I think the key thing here, Leo, too, is with this 6 of Swords or 6 of Pentacles energy is balance, like making sure you're not working too hard and then not getting enough sleep, and then thus you're not putting out, you know, quality shit, you know what I mean? Like, having balance and an even exchange of energy, like whatever you're putting out into this universe, make sure it's an even exchange. Like, you know, if you're putting a lot of effort into your career, make sure you're getting a lot of recognition back. If you're putting a lot of effort into a relationship, making sure that you're, you know, getting that other person is putting effort back. I feel like a key thing here is reciprocation, Leos, because a lot of you could put out a lot of energy, a lot of love, a lot of passion, and then deal with not getting the same amount back, and that time is done. That time is done. It's over. It's time for you to stand up for yourself and set that boundary and, you know, reap what you sow. Reap what you sow. All right, let's get some confirmation messages in here. Ooh, beautiful messages already. All right, here are your confirmation cards. Let's see what's going on. I have 5 of Gabriel. It says, a challenge you can resolve, withdraw from the drama of others, having patience with yourself and those around you. Withdraw from the drama, Leo. Don't serve you. Then I have 7 of Raphael. It says, time to make a decision, be clear on what you want, and take action and need for detoxification. That's the first week for you. Make a decision, be clear on what you want. Page of Ariel. It says, an excellent opportunity will be offered to you. What'd I say? Nautica, somebody was going to come in and make you fall in love with something. So, an excellent opportunity will be offered to you, scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work, and y'all do get to work on it. And then I have Knight of Ariel. It says, there's so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. I told y'all, universe is so on your side with destiny and universe. Like, y'all are very protected. Y'all are very watched over right now. 6 of Michael, it says, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe, a sigh of relief, make new plans, relocation or travel. I told y'all that from the beginning that y'all were kind of like rising to this occasion, coming out of this dark period. Then I have the Star. It says, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. I told you, Leos. That's done. So don't walk, you know, through the next phase of life with paranoia. Understand that you are protected. Understand that, you know, the hard times are done. It's not going to come back like that anymore. I have 2 of Ariel. It says, it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. That's this 6 of Pentacles energy, making sure you have balance, making sure we're not overworking ourselves, because I feel like you guys very much, you know, can overwork yourselves. and will. Then I have change your life. It says sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination and embrace opportunities that brings change. So like I said, I feel like the universe is truly going to switch up your life for the better. It's a very destined time for you. And I feel like you guys should just roll with the punches. Roll with the punches and do not, I keep reiterating this because the universe wants me to, do not let the past hold you back. Period. Don't. Do not revisit it. Do not mourn in it. Do not reflect on, I mean, you can reflect and mourn, but don't revisit it and then end up, mentally and emotionally and spiritually stuck there. This is not the time, Leo. This is a time of ascension for you. This is a time of moving forward. Okay? Eight of Rods, moving forward. Anyways, Leo, so that's it for your reading. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm going to do my monthly love readings next. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.